Welcome to Murphy, Sam, and Jodi After the Show, the After the Show podcast.
You know, when you're married and you live together, you end up having special little private jokes that you know and only the two of you know, or just within the family. And one of them forever will now be mice cam for me and Murphy. Because for the last several days, Murphy had the little camera on the little electronic mouse trap that we put in my closet because we knew that we had evidence of a little mouse.
And I did name it Mice Cam, by the way.
Yeah. So what the funny thing was, for the last several days, it's been no matter what we are doing, visiting with my mother, you know, at dinner with the kids. Phoebe was sick. There's so much life. Life is going on. And even if it's something, we would be binge watching a show or something, and your phone would buzz, and you go, Mice Cam. And so it's just a funny buzzword to me now, because for several days in a row we watched him.
Everything would stop too. Wait, the mice cam's going off.
You have seen him more than once then?
Yes.
Other than the one you posted?
We had the electronic trap. We had the live trap also. And we had cameras watching. And so he would, I guess they bide their time. I don't know what they do. Maybe he was in the wall and I don't know what. But we would watch, and it was so funny because we could not believe that it wasn't trapping him. That became the thing. Like, what are we going to do? We can't get him. We know he's there. He's taunting us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He tripped it 53 times.
He's busy, man.
Before we caught him.
You say he.
Right.
Yeah, she,
There could be multiple.
Oh, my friend Jodi says it's a pregger mama. She was so sure it was a pregger mama.
See, I mean, the entire time that the mice cam was going on, there was only one at a time. And to me,
Murphy thinks there was only one.
Well, if there's a Hershey's Kiss that's, secured in place by a little drop of Nutella, that's heaven for a mouse. If there were more than one, I think they would be feasting. They would be spreading the word, right? I mean, they're not going to come out one at a time and go eat and then come back.
Maybe
and
they
the next
do.
One goes
Well,
out.
maybe they do. I don't know anything about them.
They may all be sitting there watching Freddie go and get zapped and say, "Whoa, you mark this as a no."
It's not really a Hershey's Kiss, guy.
I'm just saying, for the rest of my life, I think that's funny. I just think it's funny, the mice cam. I'll never forget that.
And it's what's funny to me is that Jodi was frustrated at first. She's like, "Why? I want you to catch a mouse, and you're setting up a camera. Really? This is about electronics?" I'm like, "Trust me." And so now, don't you think it was a great idea?
You were right. It's just that
it has the night vision thing. It only records when it sees activity, and it sends you an alert. And it's battery powered and wireless, so I could move it where the mouse went.
So it frustrated you 53 times.
It did. Yeah.
Well, the reason I was frustrated in the beginning, you understand, is because you bought the electronic trap and it sat in the box for a few days before you even like set it up, because you were waiting for the camera to get ready. And I'm thinking, because you understand, Sam, for the several days, I can't remember the week.
I wasn't waiting on that. It was coincidental. It really was. We got it.
He was short on batteries.
I needed time to learn how to use the electronic trap, and it happened during that time window where our friend Brett showed me his camera, the same make and model.
I know.
And I'm like, wow, this is kind of cool. So and then I put two and two together in my head. Well, this thing is portable, battery-powered, and Wi-Fi. Why not try it?
I just wanted him gone. I was not sleeping great, and I couldn't get into my closet mainly. Where's my favorite necklace? It's in my closet, and I'm not going in there right now.
It's just a mouse. What did you think he was going to do?
I know. A couple of times I would open the door and go, "I'm here, move." Just come in and make a lot of noise, just so that I wouldn't have to. It's just the thought. I'm not afraid of a little mouse. I'm afraid of a little mouse jumping out at me.
Yes, it's the jumping out thing. I understand that.
It's the fear of the unknown.
I found myself on, I don't remember which, because it seemed like it took forever to catch him. It might have been Saturday. You went to the store, and I was watching him go in and avoid the. In fact, Sam, at one point, I literally saw this mouse go from the outside of the cage, managed to stick his mouth all the way in and then start to drag the Hershey's Kiss towards him without going in the trap at all.
Smart.
I'm thinking he can't be this smart.
They are.
Anyway, I realized I needed to go reset the trap. And for a moment, I'm like, well, I don't think I can do this if Jodi's not home. I think I really need her to go in there with me. but then I
That's the big bad
right,
mouse is
but-
going to get
But then I realized, okay, no, it's just go do it, and so I did. I went in there, but that's
I've had friends-
jumping out thing is the problem.
I've had friends suggest that it's a baby rat, so that makes you feel any better about getting rid of him, you know?
Well, that one you had on the video, was it Friday? That Monday?
Yeah,
was it? It was
yesterday.
huge. It was bigger
It
than.
seemed
Well,
huge, but that's the camera.
It was the camera. It was the
Really not that-
this is the power of the convex lens or whatever it's called. It's really weird because even I was thinking, well, he's way too big to get in this thing, because I'm pretty sure I saw him squeeze through the cage from the outside, and we were thinking he was
They
too
can
big.
do that. They can contort their bodies.
Yeah, and we were thinking he was too big for the electronic trap. What I don't understand is why it took him 4 days or 5 days.
He had so much other stuff to look at.
Yeah. Well, the one thing that wasn't in that trap, I did not have a Hershey's Kiss. It was only peanut butter. So maybe it was the second best thing, you know? And that's what he went for.
Whatever.
Well,
but
remember, the original reason that was in your closet was to eat that special dark candy bar.
I know.
Yeah.
So it does like chocolate. Or they do.
They do like chocolate, but as we were told today, that also supposedly can kill them, chocolate. So we could have one dead in the wall.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's weird that that's an irresistible taste. Although I guess if you're luring them into a trap, it's not going to matter if it's toxic. But you know what I'm saying? But excuse me, when I didn't think the peanut butter was working, and you only have to put what they call a pea-sized amount, and you have to put it in with a tool so that it doesn't pick up your scent. You don't want your scent on the food, and B, you don't want to touch the metal plates that does the job.
Yeah.
And so I didn't think that was working. And when I went and bought the old school trap, I also saw this thing that said, it was this gel, flavored gel from the same makers of the mousetrap that said it's more irresistible than peanut butter and
Sucker.
chocolate combined. And
He
I'm thinking to
bought it. I'm
myself,
like, why did you buy that? We have everything we need.
and I squirted it on there, and he could care less about that. In fact,
There you could write
I
a
think-
1-star review.
I think he went to the trap less when I was using that stuff. I'm like, okay.
Did you try it to see what it tasted like?
No.
Absolutely not.
Well, if it's better than chocolate and peanut
But
butter.
it's not for human
You're
consumption.
interested. You want it, Sam?
And I
Happy
didn't-
Valentine.
and I didn't smell it. It was very difficult to get out of the tube. I was afraid it was
So
going
if chocolate is toxic to mice, then the mouse that ate the candy bar is probably long gone.
Yes, and I don't know if we're going to
So this
smell
was-
him or what.
This would have been a different mouse.
Yes.
Possibly.
Yes.
but maybe not.
I
mean,
will
he was
say
he was
this.
sizable, so it's possible the weight gain came from the chocolate.
Chocolate
Maybe.
would be toxic.
Apparently, it would be toxic. The other thing is this. We don't know. The other thing is this. For me, I know it's stupid, and I'm lucky to have a closet that I love, but it's changed it all for me. I know that mice, I grew up in the country. I know that mice are a part of life, and anybody can get them. You guys know that when I used to feed I'm going to say it.
Here we go.
When I used to feed the chickens, it was my job to feed the chickens
Yeah.
and get the eggs when I
Yes.
was a little girl.
Right.
One of my first experiences when we first moved to that property that had the barn, and my dad was so excited he got chickens. I was feeding the chickens one day, and I opened the lid to this big barrel that had the corn in it. And I don't know if he just knew. He said, "Punch it real quick once," and I punched it, and up the wall went a little mice or rat or whatever.
Really?
So I mean, I know they're a part of life, but my closet. My walk-in closet with the carpet, and I have scent sachets in there, and it smells good. It was so special to me.
It's a mouse oasis.
It's
it
weird,
was
Sam.
very special to me.
It's like those movies where you open the door and you walk into a different time. What is this place?
I was about to put a mirror at the end. Like,
What do they call that? A wormhole? When you go through and it's a different planet looking?
it is not like that.
You got
but
some
all my
mood lighting
clothes-
going on in
all my
there?
clothes are just the shoes are exactly the way I want them on racks.
Yeah.
And it's just I've spent my whole life wanting this closet, and I have it, and I love it. Now it's not like some Kardashian closet. Believe me, it's a
converted
typical-
utility closet
it's a-
behind the fireplace.
yeah,
That's not important.
it is special to me.
It's like a mouse haven.
And now Mickey Mouse has, it's just tainted a little bit. I would get on the floor in there and, look through my stuff and even sit and look at my phone. I mean, it was a little reverie.
yeah.
And now
Tainted by mice.
tainted by a mouse.
Yeah,
Well,
I know.
A mouse.
Have you, Murphy? You also have that little camera, that like the endoscope camera, don't you?
Oh, yeah, the one that you can stick inside of really small crevices.
Hello.
You know, I've only used that thing once, and I should break it out
Just
again.
to replace a light up in a.
Yeah, it was a
remember
piece
that.
of wiring that I couldn't see. It was stuck between two pieces of wood and a shelf.
We need to buy something new. Let's go buy it.
But the thing is, I put steel wool in the places where I thought he might be coming in. I have literally no idea where this. I think it's quite possible he came in when the door was open. I don't know if he squeezed himself through a hole or not.
Okay.
I saw no.
A nice mouse.
Yeah,
I'll wait till the door's open.
I think something that you said, if we're going to play a game of Clue here.
What?
I think something that you just said was that the fireplace is on the other side of the wall from my closet.
Well, that's what your mom thinks. You
well,
know
guess
that?
what? She knows a thing or two.
Yeah. Oh, I know. She's seen a mouse or two in her time.
Yeah. And I think there's definitely an opening from the outside that comes right there.
Yeah, she was telling us a story how there was a mouse in Jodi's closet when she was little, right? So, see, this is not the first time it's happened.
I don't remember. I didn't
battery
remember that.
here.
I was a little kid, and they left some Easter candy in a basket way up high or something.
See, that's the common theme. Oh, Jodi did get rid of the gingerbread house that was up in the.
Oh, okay.
It's not there. It didn't
it had
appear.
not- it had
it was
not.
not messed with at all.
So mice don't like gingerbread.
Yeah, I remember that.
Gotcha. But I didn't. I mean, I scanned every hole in that closet that I could. I didn't use the endoscope, but now that's a good idea. So, do I need to go pull the steel wool out that I spent the weekend stuffing in the hole to see what I
In
can?
order to get that camera in.
You don't have to. You don't have to. Leave the still wool, please.
That's when you get it in there and you're looking at the screen and you see a bunch of mice playing a card game behind the
You
wall.
see 10 pairs of eyes blinking at you. Jody, we got a problem.